Welcome, Knights of Apollo. You just made it in time for another struggle in Middle-earth. The evil forces of Saruman are at the gates of Hornburg, or Helm's Deep, whatever you prefer. And he has 3 massive armies of Uruk-hai, eager to take this fortress through death and glory. But standing in their way, we have an alliance of elves and men. And even though they're outnumbered, even though they will most likely die this day, they fight because they know that they will never escape the reach of the great white wizard. And also, this battle will be narrated by your pal, Pixelated Apollo. Thank you guys so much for joining. I hope that intro has got you pumped. I am ready for this battle. By the way, this is pretty much a recreation of the battle from the movies. We have 3 armies of Isengard, and of course we have the High Elves teaming up with the Rohirrim. So pretty cool scenario, except it's not at night, which is actually better because we can see what's going on. But it's just great. Oh, did you see that? Okay. Yep, a bunch of dead archers right there. That is tragic. Okay, that kind of just threw me off there. What was I saying? Oh, yes, it's nice to be back playing 3rd Age Total War. The siege battles are just epic. And let's go ahead and start with these army comps. We'll start with the attackers this time. So the first army is commanded by .Ro-Dash. He's got 2 catapults. So they're actually bringing a lot of catapults. He's got a lot of infantry here, Uruk-hai infantry. He's bringing more infantry, crossbows, archers. Let's see, some berserkers, which is always a must when you're attacking. And then we've got the guards of Orthanc and some pikemen waiting in reserve. The next army that we're going to see here is kind of in the center. He is bringing some infantry, pushing up these the siege towers. We've got the Uruk Reavers in the secondary line. In the very back, we've got like 3 units of berserkers. And of course, we have the general. He's part of the guards of Orthanc. And in the very last army, we've got Zyker, who is bringing some crossbows here, which are going to be very useful at firing at defenses. We have some Snaga archers, which are, you know, that I didn't really expect to see Snaga archers. And then he's bringing some pikemen. Actually, this is part of the other army. Their armies are kind of blended together. He's bringing infantry, but he is also bringing pikemen. So all the armies for Isengard are very similar in the style of army comps. But he has some wildmen and some berserkers, and I think this is the general. I don't know what he's doing. He thinks he looks cool over here. He's like, form up around me. I'm gonna give orders this way. I don't know what he's doing there. Let's see the defending armies, the brave men and elves. All right, so the elves are commanded by Lulu Lulu, and he is bringing some Eldarinway spearmen. Lots of spearmen to hold that gate. Of course, he has a lot of I think he's got a lot of archers up on the walls. Naturally, I mean, that's where elves really excel at, having very good archers. And then he's got some Mithlin nobles up on the walls. They're going to be pretty good at holding them. He's got these warrior archers. And he has a catapult over here, which the catapult is going to be absolutely vital. Also, he has some swordsmen. So I cannot forget the swordsman. Let's go ahead and check out the Rohirrim, which I think the Rohirrim have a bigger army because their units are a little bit cheaper. But Rohan is commanded by Perks, and he is bringing some lancers over here, holding the gate, helping the elves. He's got some Helm'S, some archers on the secondary wall here. He does have a lot of forces in the long wall, this open area, but I don't think they're actually going to hold. As you can tell, they are retreating, and this is actually a pretty good idea. The Isengard forces have been opening holes over here, and it's just too much. There's no way that they can hold so many openings against such large armies. But yeah, he's bringing a lot of spearmen, axemen. I think he's got some like axemen of the Riddermark and Riddermark axemen. And by the way, there's some more elven archers back here, which are going to be very important in this defense. Alright guys, the forces of Isengard are mobilizing. This battle is about to begin. It looks like we've got a lot of mindless wildmen and some berserkers charging for the gate. They are getting well, they're taking some casualties from the archers up on the walls here. But we do have a force kind of waiting in reserve, ready to hold them back. I think it's going to start with some lancers from Rohan and the archers, the HELM'S firing down, getting ready. Now there was a pretty large bombardment phase, but nothing really happened. And as you can tell, the forces of Rohan and the Elves, they're just gonna leave this area, which I think is smart because they don't have enough to defend this area. It's just too much. There's too many breaches, but they really risk clumping up their troops, and that could be pretty bad against archers and catapults. But here we go, guys. We can see the white hand, the banners of the white hand. And now we can see the evil men ready to charge through this gate. We've got the lancers getting really close. He's going to try to clog up this gate. Let's see. Come on. What are they doing? They're very indecisive. Come on, get in there. Come on. Come on. What kind of formation is this? This is not good. But maybe they're just trying to buy time for the Elves, who are kind of waiting over here. They have a much better position, and I really like the layout of this defense. Look at this. He's got like shield wall, like layers and layers of shield walls. And we have a catapult getting into position, which is going to be a very useful tool. The walls are getting bombarded from artillery. We've got archers now moving forward. We got the Uruk-hai archers and crossbows trying to pepper down enemy archers and defenders. Oh, look at that. I think he's trying to fire through the opening over here. Yes, indeed. Trying to take out the lancers who are in Sheltron formation. And we can head back to this gate battle because this is where most of the intense action is happening. The berserkers are leading the way in this assault, but we can see some pikemen slowly move forward in the background. And I don't really expect these lancers to hold for too long. I mean, they're really not that good. Here comes the pikemen. The pikemen are going to be the game changers here because obviously they can kill defenders from afar with their long pikes. So let's see how Isengard uses them right here. They also need to send forward this catapult. I'm not sure where they're taking this catapult, but they need at least one catapult. So if like the defenders start to cluster up their forces, they're going to be able to take them out with some pretty good artillery volleys. So we'll see what the attackers do here. They also need to push over here, which they are pushing. We've got crossbows that are inside the walls now because they, you know, obviously the defenders, they're not really defending them. But the crossbows, this is actually a really good angle. Now this slight hill, you see this, is actually defending and protecting the lancers. So it's not terrible. These crossbows don't really have a great angle. I think he needs to get on the walls. Oh, there we go. Oh, he's getting a couple hits though. He's getting a couple. So yeah, he definitely needs to try to get on these walls with the siege equipment and then use the higher up angle to try to fire down in the defenses. So the Elves up here using some of their ammo. You got to try to save your ammo throughout this battle. You don't want to waste it all on very far away targets. You want to have a couple units waiting in reserve to to save their ammo for the final push. So you have like better shots, better angles to the enemy. And now more and more forces are pushing through the gate. The Elves have yet to charge in their men just yet. But the pikemen for Isengard are just, like I said, ripping through these pikemen. Oh, look, this berserker is getting a kill right there. The Elves are just kind of watching like, huh, keep it up, dude. You're doing great. Oh, is he going to get another kill? No, the Elves going to stop him. Oh, no, he did kill that guy. Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate indeed. And the battle music has begun. The catapult here is, I think they're trying to get in a good angle to try to, like, hopefully get a better shot on these Isengard forces. And we've got archers up on the walls firing down in this pretty big cluster here of pikemen. It's such a cool defense. I do like the layer defense, which is pretty sweet. Let's see the archer's point of view. Oh, and they're getting harassed from artillery. There it is. That's a perfect angle. Perfect angle. I mean, this is just a kill zone in this second layer. If you can use it wisely, you can get tons and tons of kills. Oh, come on, Sword Quindy. So this is actually really good because they might actually get friendly fire here, but it's really crappy troops, you know, so it's not really a huge loss. And also, I doubt they're getting tons of friendly fire because there's just so many Uruk-hai. And look at the swordsmen patiently wait. They're like, send me in, coach. Send me in. I'm ready to kill. Look how anxious they are moving around. They're just ready to just... They can feel the rage building in their bodies. They're just ready to just let loose and chop off some heads of Uruk-hai. Oh man. Okay, they're pushing, and there we go. Here comes it. They can't keep it in any longer. They're charging in. They're gonna take them out. So most of the fighting is going on right here. Lots of... Oh, no, there's some fighting going on for the second layer wall already. And we have catapults trying to fire through this small opening. But that's like Death Star small. Trying to, you know, fire... Okay, it's not that small. It's a little bit bigger than the opening in the Death Star. Why am I talking about the Death Star? I don't know. I'm just trying to make an analogy, and it's not really working. But we'll go back to this fight where the Uruk-hai are taking on the Mithlin nobles. They're going to need to send a lot of infantry this way because there's a lot of defenders, obviously. But hopefully, well, yes, they are sending up more infantry. Let's see. Oh, and we got some berserkers, which this kind of situation right here is perfect for berserkers because it's so close quarters. They can really take out... Oh, I don't know, though. They need to send more infantry. They are breaking. It's just too much for them. And the archer's still firing. Yeah, look at that. Look at all the bolts going through that opening. Not really getting tons of kills, though. So he's kind of wasting his ammo there. And look at the amount of reserves over in the keep. That is a huge amount. Let's see what the archers are going for. They're using fire arrows here. I think they should use standard shot, but it does look very epic. Just coming over those walls. And the berserkers are now up on the walls. Oh, chopping up some elves. That's their favorite kind of meat. Actually, I could see berserkers liking human flesh a little bit more than elven flesh, because you know, elven flesh, they're immortal, so their skin is a little chewy. I'm just kidding. I have no idea, but I can imagine that like a being that is immortal, their skin would be a little like chewy, a little tough, you know. Oh, look at this lone Helmingas. What is he doing? Oh, he's dead. Oh my God, he got wrecked. Ripped in piece, man. He just came out of nowhere and died. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. All right, let's go back to the gate, see what's going on. So yes, thanks to the berserkers, they are just chewing away the defenses, and it's not looking great for the elves and the Rohirrim because they have already lost a lot of good men. And it seems like the archers are really not putting enough pressure on the attackers over here. So hopefully they can break them soon. Let's see, they're about to reload their bows here. See if they can get a good shot here. Here comes the volley. Loose! Fire at will! There you go. So yeah, he's actually, you know what? They are starting to thin a little bit. Isengard definitely needs... Oh, yep, here comes the reinforcements for sure. We got a lot of Reavers, Guards of Orthanc. We've got some veterans going into the fight now. So I think they broke a little bit earlier, but they're going to go back and try again. Never give up. Once you fail, try again. Try again. Until you die, of course. Then you can't try again. But the swordsmen, the elven swordsmen from Lulu Lulu, they're doing really good. They are. They're gonna struggle a little bit against the pikemen, but against the berserkers, they're actually keeping them back. Honestly, I think they should make space for this catapult over here, because the reason it's not firing is because of all the friendly troops that are in the way. What a cool shot right here. Oh, the arrows are really coming down now. I mean, just take a second and look at this battlefield and look at all the like fire arrows and just the standard arrows flying through the air. It is truly a sight that is just horrifying. I mean, being on the battlefield, trying to kill the Uruks that are in front of you, but also having to hopefully not get hit from those arrows. Very bad situation indeed to be one of the troops right in the thick of the fight down here. It is just the funnel of death. And more Isengard forces desperately trying to take this second layer wall. This is actually a really good move here because this is probably going to be easier to take than this gate right here. Because, oh yeah, we've got some forces waiting to hold back Isengard. But Isengard, what is this? A lone bannerman. Oh, he's just running. He's breaking, actually. Oh, what's going on? Why are they breaking? Was there fighting down here? I don't think so. These guys died from artillery during the bombardment phase. They really need to push up their catapults if they're going to be able to take down the defenses. Oh, are they going for the huge blob of forces over here with the archers? I think so. Oh, look at the fire arrows. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, why are they using fire arrows here? I don't know, but it looks so cool. This is a really good tactic right here. Firing at the flank from the other wall. You can see like the Mithlin nobles like waving to the archers like, help us. Thank you. Fire. That is wonderful. All right, they're going to hold their ammo right there because obviously they defeated that next wave of Isengard troops. We still have just clusters, or not clusters, but we got archers just spread out everywhere trying to fire over the great walls of Helm's Deep. Look at that. They're really got to just aim straight up in the air. And oh my god, look at the mess that is going on at the gates now. And there is a chain route going on, a massive chain route. We've got the Royal Guard coming in from Rohan to try to give some relief to the elves over there. But that is a huge loss for Isengard, and I still do not I do not know why they didn't send up their catapult here, because that like especially in this situation, I mean, look at all the forces here. This would be an easy target for that catapult, but they're really missing the opportunity. But we got more reserves coming in from Isengard. Do not worry. This battle for the gate has only just begun. But the Royal Guard leaving their defenses, charging out, making sure that they do not return. And now the pikemen are gonna, put down their pikes and spear them as they run up this ramp. Oh, is he gonna get out of there? I think that was an accident. I don't think he meant to charge out his men over there. Sometimes that happens during battles where you're focusing somewhere else and you've got units charging out and he didn't mean them to charge out. That's why sometimes it's good to use guard mode so you don't have to worry as much from your troops just leaving a defensive position. But now we have Uruk Reavers again trying to strike down these Mithlin nobles. Doesn't look like it's gonna happen. This Mithlin noble archer combo is actually really, really good. But I'm a little worried about the defenders here because they're really not saving a lot of ammo. They need to save it for the final push. Because if they waste it all, because let me explain why they need to save it. So if you can look here, the range that they have to fire is really far away. Also, we have a lot of archers firing at this unit that's in loose formation, so they're wasting a lot of ammo because most of their shots are not hitting anyone. So if they save it, so let's say that Isengard pushes right here at this position, and there's just a huge cluster of Urukai. That is when you want to use your archers. That's when you want to just focus down. It's a turkey shoot. You're gonna get so many kills. Oh, but look at this, guys. Look at this, the artillery here. I think it's about to fire. This is really good. Let's see. Hopefully he doesn't get friendly fire. Oh no, he does get friendly fire. Took out like 4 or 5 of his own elven swordsmen there. Oh, this is a sweet, look at this. Royal Guard versus the pikemen here. That is a, look how cool these guys are. I swear, the coolest looking infantry unit in fantasy. It's the Urukai pikemen. It's so awesome. So awesome. And I don't know, the Reavers here, might actually break through this defense, which would not be good. We do have some elves watching this opening here because they are a little bit worried about Isengard breaking through. Oh, okay. I'm sorry about that. Did not mean to zoom in that close. But the archers still going pretty strong here. They're down to 27 men. They've lost a lot of good archers. And they're like firing in the back of these reavers. They need to send up more infantry. They've got to send up more infantry. Oh, look at this though. Some lancers outside of the walls holding back against some crossbows. And let's see what... Oh my, they have so many reserves. Oh geez, look at all the forces that haven't even pushed forward here yet. Okay, so... Man, this battle is just halfway over. And the gate battle is still going on. But you know, the defenders have done a really good job here. Like, they've taken out a ton of troops. I think it was because of that archer combo. They lost a lot of good troops as well, though. So it's been a pretty close struggle for this gate, which is usually the case for Helm's Deep. It's always a tough battle for both sides at this gate. We got more Royal Guard inching forward in their shield wall formation. The balance of power is pretty much, it's been the same the entire battle. Oh geez. Alright, so it's only 25% of the attackers have died, but 37% of the defenders have perished this day. Let's see if the attack... You know, honestly, I think the defenders are doing a little bit better than Isengard. Oh, jeez, that was a good volley. Took out a ton of those lancers there. I think that Isengard is kind of throwing a lot of troops away. They're not using their catapults at the full potential. But we'll see what happens once they break through here. And I'm pretty sure they're going to break through with that support there from the Snaga archers. Just trying to break them. Oh, how are they not breaking? That is impressive. They're getting kicked. They're getting shot with fire arrows. Let's see. They're changing targets now. Going after this. I mean, look at it. So much death and destruction up on these walls. I mean, it was a good fight, but the elves are still standing victorious. And we've got some troops getting harassed over here. So finally Isengard is going to be able to push at this gate. But again, that's going to be a very challenging task, just like this wall over here. Isengard looks like he's slowing down a little bit. He's going to rethink his strategy. Does he have... No catapults. No catapults. So yeah, they focused all of their catapults on this side. Yeah, look at all of them. It's like, you know what, this is equivalent to seeing like tanks just kind of sit around and do nothing during the very important part of the battle. So hopefully they move it up and they can try to use it to fire down, because you can actually move up your catapult, get it really close, and just point blank fire at these elves. So here we go, the great push. Do the swordsmen have enough to break down the defenses? And they need to send more troops up on this wall. Like, I mean, they can go up this ramp, attack right here. They need to do it right now so they can attack on multiple positions. Let's see, the elves are kind of leaving this situation. They're going to go support the other side of the fight. Isengard is getting ready for another wave of forces to take the gate. And we have a lot of reserves at the very end of this wall. So about, what, 3 units of pikemen that haven't even seen action yet. And we got a lot of infantry. Oh my god, there's so much infantry. It's ridiculous. I think Isengard, just based upon their army, just what they have left, they're going to take this. There's no way. There's just no way. The defenders really need to get this catapult going. They absolutely have to. I mean, so does the attackers here. Let's see. What they need to do is, like, put some archers right here and just fire. But here we go. This is, like, the 4th wave for this gate. I mean, look at all the dead bodies who are in this small area. So much struggle, so much death, and it's only just begun. Here we go, guys. This is such a cool shot right here. seeing the pikemen slowly inch forward. The men of Rohan are about to swarm in now. There they go. They're going to surround these pikemen, which is never good for a pike unit. I think, honestly, they should have sent forward swordsmen first and then move forward the pikemen, just so the pikemen wouldn't get surrounded like this. Come on, more men, more men. Send them in. Just keep pumping in more men. So the final struggle for the last couple choke points here. Let's see, where is the artillery, man? I want to see the catapults. All right, we're getting close to the end. We're not getting close to the end, but we're on the second half of this battle. And hopefully you still have your snacks and drinks, because it's going to be quite the showdown between these forces of good and evil. See, the elves, let's see. Yes, finally. They're setting up. Oh my goodness. What a perfect angle. Oh no. Was that friendly? No, that was a really good shot right there. Taking out a ton of Urukai. And this is a really good angle. Perfect angle for the defending artillery. This is what I'm talking about. This might be a game changer right here. Just when everything seemed to slow down, things are getting really intense. But Isengard is going to try to take this wall once again. He might be able to do it. This is a large amount of forces. He's got to be careful of the archers, though, who have a perfect angle to the attacking Isengard forces. And there goes another perfect volley from the catapults. We did miss it, but we can see the outcome of it. And the elves are going to retreat. They're going to reform because they are getting a little too aggressive here. Oh my god, here's a bird's eye view of the fortress, which is just an absolute mess right now. Oh, more artillery fire coming in. That is wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. There we go. There you have it, guys. Some great artillery shots, which is really saving the day for the defenders. And oh my god, the battle for the walls here, or this gate, is just... it's ridiculous. There's so many defenders and so many attackers. This battle is massive. And are these guys out of ammo? Or are they holding their ammo? They're keeping their ammo. Keeping it for the final fight. The last stand. Oops. Sorry, guys. And here the rally of the elves. Fighting side by side with the men once more. The last alliance. Uh-oh. Are they breaking again? Oh, the Snaga archers are now up here. Isengard is looking really desperate. The Mithlin nobles will not break. They're down to 13 men. Isengard is down to 42, and the Snaga archers have 72. I think they finally are about to capture this second wall here. And we've got a lot of infantry just kind of waiting their turn to charge and take this opening. And look at this, guys. Oh, Isengard knows too well. They know that they're leaving a giant space for them to come in so they can continue and fire their artillery here. They're just waiting for Isengard to get comfortable. Once they really pushed up their army, then they're going to start firing. See more and more troops coming this way. Oh, we got more archers kind of firing point blank almost at the forces up on that wall. It's just a bloodbath for both sides over there. And what is this? Oh, he's got some smiths over here? I did not know he had smiths. I think he's... oh, look at all the dead soldiers that died from the archer fire. So they are now sending in their reserves from the keep, because it's absolutely vital at this point in the battle that they hold these positions, or it may fall. Man, but Isengard's really missing an opportunity here. I don't know why he didn't move up artillery at this gate. That's usually the go-to strategy in trying to take out this gate. Let's see, is he firing this catapult again? No, he's saving his ammo. His ammo. And more Isengard forces taking out these Mithril nobles who are fighting to the bitter end. They're wavering. He's down to 1. This one soul right here, taking out a huge group of Uruk-hai infantry. Look at him go. Oh, what was that? Yes, he took out some. I think he took out a couple there. It wasn't a direct hit. Let's see if he can get another volley. Let's see. Come on. Are you guys gonna reload or what? Let's do it. The balance of power is still really close, but look at the percentages. They're getting closer than they were before, which is really good for the defenders, for the elves and men. But Isengard has finally claimed this wall for now. Let's see if they can eventually cut down these archers here. And then they can support the troops at the gates. Because this is a losing fight for Isengard. There's no way. He's got to send more forces over there. Are these guys trying to run over here? Let's see. They're just kind of getting in the corner. We've got archers now going into the fight. Armies are running low on troops. Whenever you see archers go into melee, oh my god, did you see that? We saw that in the corner of the screen. Oh, another good hit there. This is an absolute kill zone. And where is the artillery here for Isengard? Why are they not pushing it up? That's sad. It makes me sad. Because now their forces are breaking. And that artillery might be the saving grace in this battle. Oh jeez, the archers are breaking from Isengard already. The Uruk-hai infantry desperately trying to cut through these elven archers. Oh, it's too late. We've got some elven reserves coming in, some reinforcements. The archers here are just cheering with joy because they're showing up to support them in this struggle on the walls. And oh yeah, we look at that. Look at this, guys. We got a lot of Eldar Enway archers. Oh, this is so cool. I want a good shot of these guys as they fire. That is awesome. These archers are the coolest looking archers in Third Age Total War. I think that's safe to say. Such a great unit. Such cool golden uniforms there. Yeah, so Isengard desperately pushing through. They're not going to have enough to take these walls. I mean, look at the amount of bodies that are just layered on top of each other. And Isengard is making for another push here. You know, I think Isengard also used up his ammo a little too quickly. You know, he should have just sent forward his crossbows at this point and get a direct shot. But instead, he's going to have to rely on his infantry to try to take out these forces. They're running out of reserves. Well, actually, no, they're not. They're not. Look at the amount of troops that are left over. I mean, this is insane. Look at all the infantry here. I mean, this is still going to be very difficult because if we look at the forces here, they are thinning out. Now, we've got a lot of Royal Guard at the choke point here protecting this catapult. Uh-oh. Berserkers coming in. See, I don't know why they're not sending in... See, I think this was a huge mistake from Isengard. Sir Derpsalot, he should move up his army and take all those infantry and take this wall right here. He's got to attack on multiple fronts to try to be able to take out this position. Because if only he just had more infantry up here, now that nothing's really Oh, here we go. Here we go, guys. Perfect. He's reading my mind. Oh, jeez. Okay, here's another... Oh, some friendly fire, but that's okay. It was just one man. Oh, but the catapult's in danger. The defenders could charge and take out that catapult. Isengard needs to hold them back. This is really good. He's finally using his artillery. He's going to get ready and fire here. Let's load it up. Wind it up, boys. Oh, they destroyed one of the catapults with the elven catapult. Come on, fire. Fire, fire, fire. Fire. Break through the defenses. This is such a bad... You know, Hornburg is really... Or Helm's Deep. It's a really tough settlement for the attackers because it's only a battle of, like, few choke points. Oh. That was a lot of friendly fire there. But here comes the infantry. This is really good. He's finally using the flanks here to try to break through the defense. And we got more infantry coming this way. More troops going to the gate as well because they realize that, oh, yeah, they're getting pushed out. Look at this. The guards of Orthanc holding them back. The general of Isengard is in this fight. He needs support as quickly as possible. Here comes some archers who are using their swords now. Jeez. Alright, so the gate battle is obviously going in favor of the defenders. We've got a nice wall battle between the smiths and the infantry here, the sworded infantry. They are retreating the catapult. Where is the infantry? They need to push. They just need to keep pushing on multiple fronts. Because as of right now, this is not an issue for the defenders. Because they can focus on one side. If Isengard was just a little bit more aggressive here, he could be attacking these guys on the flank. We got some healthy swordsmen here, kind of waiting in reserve, seeing if the Isengard forces can break through this small defense. See, we got more. What is this? Crossbowmen. Oh, jeez, he's got crossbowmen now moving forward. So Isengard, I mean, this is really not a threat anymore over here, like whatsoever. And the archers are now firing at the flank. This is really good. So they are saving their ammo for situations like this, where they're just wiping out a ton of the Uruk-hai infantry. There we go. They're actually going to retreat from this situation. There's no way they're going to break through these smiths. It's just too much for them. And, oh, there we go, guys. Now they're pushing through the gates. And they're also pushing through over here. We got more troops pouring down from the walls. Oh, my goodness. Another good hit from the artillery. Oh, taking out the banner there. Taking out, like, at least 15, 10, 20 troops, something like that. Jeez. And this is just a brawl for the second layer. God, will Isengard break through? Oh, friendly fire coming in, but that was okay. It's worth it. I think they lost like 3 soldiers there. What's going on over here? Is he firing his catapult? Oh, man, really missing out on an opportunity there. The snug archers firing whatever ammo they have left in this position. This gate battle is still going on. We have some royal guard holding back the guards. Oh, sorry about that. Guards of Orthanc. Just dropped something. This battle is so intense. Things are dropping around my house. Oh, what was that? Oh, they just took out a ton of these breaking troops up on the walls. That is great. And this, I think this is the final push here. This is the final push from Isengard. The balance of power is still in favor of Isengard, which is insane. We've got the Riddermark Axemen holding back this infantry. And also we have the Smiths over here that are flanking around the Uruk-hai infantry position. Got a lot of reserves though. Let's see. Well, actually they've committed all of their infantry. Well, except for these 2 units. But pretty much they've committed everything. This gate battle is not really important anymore. Even if Isengard breaks through this, they're not going to be able to accomplish much with this force. Ah, man, they really just missed an opportunity of moving up this catapult at this gate. I can't believe they didn't do that. Jeez, look at all the berserkers now. At this point, Isengard needs to pray. Oh. What the heck? What is happening? Look, somebody died. I don't know who that was, but okay. So anyways, what I was saying is that Isengard needs to pray that they run out of ammo, and it's pretty clear that they are not running out of ammo. They have 3 units of pikemen in pretty healthy conditions. Actually, completely healthy conditions. And they've got... Oh my god, look at this massive route. I mean, we've got a unit of 61 breaking. I assume because of the death of their general. Not really sure. The berserkers trying to flank around, trying to support the infantry, still trying to go for the gate. Oh, we have a mid defeat? Really? A mid defeat from who? I guess one of the Isengard forces, because his men are not returning. I really hope that's the case, because they're gonna need every man, and for him to admit defeat like that. Oh yeah, this is way in favor of the defenders now. Oh my goodness, this is completely in favor of the defenders. Yeah, these are the forces of the player. I think it was Sir Derps-a-lot. He is breaking. He admit defeat in the fight. The general is nearby, keeping his men inspired. But you know, I still don't say this one's over. I really don't, because you never know when you can crack a defender. You never know when the troops just get completely exhausted and they break from a relentless assault. Alright, so things are calming down over here. This catapult... Oh, one of the catapults were destroyed, amazingly enough. But this catapult probably got tons of kills. Now, Isengard moving up some berserkers up on this second layer here. And we've got the final couple units of pikemen getting ready to push. And this is it, guys. This is going to determine the battle. The balance of power, yes, it's in favor of the defenders. And that usually means it's going to be very challenging for the attackers, but you never know. You could get lucky here. If they can use their artillery, they could potentially break through. Oh my god, I just want to zoom in on this fight. Sorry about that, guys. Let's see, what is this? Some swordsmen taking on the crossbows. And now the berserkers are pushing through this side flank, trying to distract the Riddermark axemen. And the rest of the pikemen are moving into position, and they're moving up their catapult, which, again, you never know. If they get like 3 or 4 good shots from the catapult, they can completely change this around. They can turn it around. Here they go, slowly marching. Ah, man, they needed pikemen in this fight. Come on. There we go. Put your pikes down. Do not drop your pikes. There they go. Pikey, pikey. Attack. Poke, poke. Poke them to death. Gotta watch out for that catapult, though. Is it... I think they're out of ammo. I don't know. It says firing missiles. Missiles. See, they're gonna load it up. Is this the grand finale of the siege right here? Jeez, look at all the defenders in this fight. And the gates. The gates are slowly, like, the battle for the gate is just, it's over, guys. It is over. The defenders are victorious at the gates. And Isengard is now pushing with their final amount of pikemen, which is about 3 units, against the Royal Guard. Oh! Oh my god. Okay, so there goes that catapult again. Unfortunately, did they take out another catapult there? Very, very unfortunate. And I think at this point of the battle, I don't want to call it, but I think it's safe to say that the defenders are going to win this one. Let's just go ahead and fast forward at this point. At this point of the battle, okay, so since it's pretty obvious that the attackers are going to lose this one, let's just briefly talk about what they did wrong and how they could have won this battle. Well, first off, I think the most obvious issue that they did here is not move a catapult over on this side. This is something that you see all the time. Players will move a catapult. They'll get it like right about here and just fire directly at the defenders. They could have wiped out a ton of defending forces. Also, they kind of attacked in waves. Isengard. They should have constantly been attacking. Never be like, never give time for the defenders to set up, to maneuver troops around. There was a time when this area, like on the secondary wall, they could have sent up a ton of troops and then also attack at this gate area, this opening, but they didn't do it. And they had a lot of reserves just kind of waiting there. And yeah, attacking in waves in Medieval 2 in mods is never a good idea. So we are really about to get to the end here, and I think that's really what it comes down to. They could have used their archers a little bit more efficiently, you know, trying to get them a little bit closer. Look, the defenders are getting so confident in their siege, they're actually charging down some archers to take out the forces here. Alright guys, so I went ahead, fast forward to the very end, the players just eventually admit defeat. So Zyker actually doing the best here. I think he was the player who mostly focused at the gate. I think he could have done even better, like I said earlier, if he brought his catapult. Sir Derpsalot getting the least amount of kills, 318, and Row or Dot Row Dash getting 614 kills. Looking at the defenders, Lulu Lulu getting 1,784 kills, and Perks getting 1,023 kills. So good game to the defenders. They did pretty well. I think it was pretty smart for them to retreat from this open area and go back to the choke points, which makes it really difficult for the attackers. And hopefully the attackers, hopefully all players had fun here. This was really entertaining, but this is just a great example of a good defense of Hornburg, and I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, be sure to leave a like, a comment, and a share. And if you haven't and you want to see more epic battles, be sure to subscribe. So thank you guys so much for watching. Real quick, let's see the results here. I want to see how many kills the catapult got. Oh, 411 kills. My goodness. See, the catapult was definitely the game changer right there. I mean, 411, that's a huge amount. That's like a quarter of the kills. That is fantastic. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.